Hi, my name is John Ryan, and I'm with Revelation Realty, and I'm here with Ron Kuhn from Summit Funding. And Ron, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about the market conditions today, and why do people want to buy now?
Sure. I think one of the biggest reasons why today is an opportunity that most people don't want to miss is not only have the interest rates fallen to low levels, levels so low that people can say they've never seen interest rates this low in their lifetime. It lets you and affords you to buy so much more house for your dollar. And also at the same time, we're in a marketplace to where values or the increases in values have taken a lull. I think it's an opportunity for somebody to swoop in and buy something both with a good value and an awesome interest rate, producing monthly payments that might be similar or only marginally more expensive than what they currently pay in rent.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Okay. And what about, is there any assistance programs available?
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the best program for down payment assistance is Home Plus. It's available statewide. And the way the down payment assistance programs work is that in exchange for a slightly higher interest rate, the county will fuel enough money into the transaction to cover both your entire down payment and some of the closing costs. So with a buyer that has limited funds, in exchange for a monthly payment that might be $100 or $150 more a month, they can literally get into a home with little or no money out of pocket. And again, it's one thing you have to remember about down payment assistance is not all economies afford us with a down payment assistance program. So I always stress the importance of take action now, because when the down payment assistance programs run out of funding, when they expire, they're gone until the next issue, which could be months or years down the road. Now remember, interest rates are low, and if you certainly have your own funds, you could get a better monthly payment. But today, even with the down payment assistance, the rates are still very affordable, very reasonable, and once again, it's free money offered by the state, by the county. I encourage everybody to take advantage of it. In lieu of not owning a home, you want to use down payment assistance.
Well, that's great. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of good programs out there. So one of the questions that I do get is, so what makes today different than 2008, and is the market going to crash again?
Well, I think all of the values that were lost back in 2008 through the biggest crash of anyone's lifetime have been recovered. So that's the good news. We've grown in value equally as high, if not higher, than where homes were at before the big crash. But what fueled that crash in years past is something that we've never experienced before in our lives. It was a mortgage industry that was on fire, trying to lend money to anybody in the absence of having any skin in the game, any down payment, or even any requirements for qualifying. So we've all heard the stories about the dishwasher who had 6 $500,000 rental properties. Well, when the economy slowed, that dishwasher was still only making minimum wage. He could not afford those houses, and eventually every one of those homes went into foreclosure, went back to the banks, and that happened over and over and over again. Now the problem is we had that happening in large numbers. It began to impact people's values that didn't do that, just regular homeowners, and that's why we had the big slide. Since that date, the mortgage industry has been reinvented by the government, by the mortgage industry itself, and everybody that buys a house today has real money in the game and has real qualifying standards that they had to go through in order to purchase that home. So while I think we'll see value and appreciation slow, maybe down to a more normalized rate of the economy, maybe 3 to 5% a year, I just don't know that 15 to 20% appreciation every year is sustainable. I don't believe we'll ever see that magnitude of a crash in our lifetime again. We learned a really hard lesson in the mortgage industry, and government's put enough safeguards in place to prevent that from the future.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I can remember the time back then too, and it was really too easy to get a mortgage. It's stated income rather than proving it, and you can kind of see what happened.
What led to it? Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
So what do you think? Why sell now?
Well, if you're going to sell a home, you're looking to do one of two things. You're either looking to move up or move down, and just as we just previously talked about, values, or at least the rapid increases in values, are probably peaked. The days of 15–20% depreciation a year may be over for a while. So there's an old saying where pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered.
Mhm.
Well, in today's economy, if you're a seller, it's probably time to sell and think, where do you want to be in the near term? If you're moving up or moving down, interest rates are going to be your friend today. They're going to get you into that next move at a very, very affordable house payment, as opposed to waiting 4 years to come where rates would increase and that move would cost you more. So I think if you're a seller, you've probably gotten the easy money out. It's time to liquidate and figure out where do you want to be for the extended future.
I got it. Okay, great. Well, we appreciate your thoughts on these issues, and